Hello again, Kingston Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of This Week in Kingston for the week ending November 22nd, 2024. Hope everybody's gearing up for Thanksgiving and have a great week next week. There will not be one of these award-winning broadcasts next week because of Thanksgiving, but so I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody gets together with everybody they want to see and everybody has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. So a lot continuing to go on in the town for those who might not have made it. We had our fall town meeting this past week, where we had 14 articles that were discussed and debated. The most debated article was obviously the MBTA zoning district. There was debate back and forth for probably close to an hour. We had nearly 400 people come to town meeting, which is fantastic. So for those people who could find time in this schedule to come down and weigh in one way or another, we really appreciate that. Hopefully everybody was able to get all the information they needed to make an informed decision to either support or not support the article and the MBTA zoning. Ultimately, by I believe it was 23 votes, the MBTA zoning district as presented was approved. So the MBTA zoning district will be up primarily at the mall site and then some commercial properties behind the mall site. So we're thankful that people voted the way they did. We'll take that information and the decision that was made and try to manage that as best we can to make sure that the ultimate development and or redevelopment of the mall property is in the best interest of the town of Kingston. Beyond that, everything else was approved as well. There was some additional funding for the police department for some training and some overtime. There was $1 million that was approved for the design of the new water well that we need. And there was just under $1.4 million approved in capital spending. The majority of that is for a new fire engine. There was also funding approved for repairs to the elementary playground, so we're happy with that and glad that that playground could be fixed and get the kids back on the playground outside as quickly as possible. So that was good news. So we also had $60,000 approved for the replacement of some docks down at the Idina. So that was great news as well. And then lastly, there was $400,000 as kind of a line of credit, so to speak, that was approved to authorize the Board of Health to work with Old Colony Planning to manage a septic system betterment loan program. Basically, if your septic system needs to be replaced and you need a little help with the funding to do that, there's a program in place that's managed through Old Colony Planning to allow a loan to be issued and repayment to be made by the property owner. So we had used that. The town had approved the original $400,000 several years ago. That funding has been used up, and there were some additional fundings that were needed if we wanted to continue that program. I think overwhelmingly at town meeting, people wanted to approve that program and did. So again, if you are in need of some help in replacing your leach field septic system, please reach out to the Board of Health. They can get you that information and help you through that process. And as we finish up with the fall town meeting, we start gearing up for the spring town meeting. Next couple of weeks on December 3rd is the next Board of Selectmen meeting. On that agenda will be the schedule for the annual spring town meeting for 2025. The town meeting is tentatively set for May 3rd. There'll be some discussions because I believe there are some conflicts with schedules for the 3rd of May, so we may have to move that to the week prior to that, which is the last Saturday in April. But that discussion will occur on December 3rd. The schedule will be set, and we will have a town meeting date for the spring. For those who may not be aware, the Board of Selectmen and Finance Committee met earlier on in November. Actually, it was October 30th, if I'm not mistaken, and decided that the spending could be the overall spending, they would support an increase of no more than 4%. So the goal we have as staff, and I have as the town administrator and the superintendent of school has for the school side of the budget is to bring a budget forward that does not increase spending any more than 4%. So we will be looking to do that. And I'll be presenting that budget to the board in mid-December. So like I said, we jumped off of the fall town meeting schedule pretty quickly and are now on to the spring town meeting. Also discussed, that will be discussed at the December 3rd Board of Selectmen meeting. I'll go over my goals for this year and give the board an update on where things stand. We have the Plymouth County Treasurer coming to the board meeting to give the town of Kingston their last ARPA check reimbursement. And we'll also be meeting with the Sewer Commission to discuss the responsibilities of how we're going to pay the ongoing debt for the sewer upgrade to the wastewater plant. Those conversations started a month or two ago, and a subcommittee or a meeting, I guess, with the board and the sewer commission was scheduled for December. That's going to occur on the 3rd, and we'll be discussing how to work best together to address the debt that's there for the sewer department. Beyond that, there's a couple of appointments of new employees and the acceptance of a donation. So will be not a long meeting on the 3rd at this point, but we'll certainly will be have some substance with it with regards to budget information. I'll be looking for some guidance from the board on the 3rd as well to determine what, if anything, at the budget in the budget, excuse me, for fiscal 26 are things that the board wants to try to steer away from as far as any potential budget impacts. So we'll be having those conversations as well with the board to try to get some guidance on that for me. So with that, I want to thank everybody very, very much for coming to the town meeting that we had on Tuesday night. Almost 400 people is typically double or more than double what we typically see at an annual town meeting. So that was good to see and appreciate the debate and the decisions that were made. I want to thank you very much for watching. Again, have a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. The town office building, library, recreation department, and other town buildings, except for emergency services, will be closed Thursday and Friday next week in celebration of Thanksgiving. So either try to swing in before Wednesday at 4:30 or come back the Monday after Thanksgiving. We'll be happy to see you then. So with that, I want to thank you very much for watching and have a great day.